Hey guys, so let's talk about weird subject lines. I mentioned this before, but I think it's worth mentioning again. So a lot of the times, people get emails and they look at the subject line and they're going to look at the preview of the actual copy. Well, I get a lot of emails every day from people I didn't even sign up to their list, but a lot of the time these people, their subject lines are so bad that I know exactly what they're doing from the second I read their subject line. Like they'll say, sell on cars, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to sell me a car. Okay, I can delete you. They don't make it interesting. It's not fun. It's actually very boring, and half of the time they'll just stick a big banner ad up in their emails and expect that to work and make them money. That I don't really like. So here's some ideas for subject lines that you can use, and I hope that they're helpful because they definitely helped me out a lot. Remember, subject lines don't even have to make a whole lot of sense. Often, the most open rates I've gotten have been from subject lines that don't make any sense. A little while ago, over the winter, I sent an email out that said, this was the subject line, don't drop that thun thun thun. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of that song, and I don't know anybody that is, but it is a big part of pop culture. You hear it all the time, and you know, coming from someone that's supposed to be business professional, you can't really imagine what they're going to be talking about, so you open it to find out. I do things like that a lot. And another one of my most open emails was from the subject line, don't be a TV dinner, and that was talking about business models. So you can get really creative with it. Like I said, it doesn't have to make absolute sense. You know, don't go too far, don't go too crazy, or you'll get a lot of complaints. Like, don't swear a lot or something like that. I don't recommend that. But anyway, definitely just try and get creative with it, because when people see things from their friends, family, people that they know, then the subject lines aren't gonna they're not gonna fall into the promotional category. So you want to make sure that your you want to make sure that your emails don't either. You want to make sure that they stay more friendly, warm, fun, entertaining, because remember, people are only gonna be on your list for as long as you can entertain them and give them value. People are very, very selfish. So make sure that you are entertaining them, you know, and whether or not you have good copy or not kind of doesn't matter if the subject line fails to do its job. So if you write an amazing email and you just have the best copy ever, it's wonderful, worked wonders on your blog, and you decide to send it out to your email list, but your subject line is really bad and no one opens it, then anything inside that email doesn't matter. And also, they're going to start to recognize your name at some point. So you want to be associated with something that's good, informative, fun, whatever it is that you're trying to be. You want to make sure that they know that if it's you, that it's going to be good. So for another example, I like to test different subject lines with the same email. So I sent out an email once with a normal but okay subject line, and not a whole lot of people opened it. So it did not go over very well. Then I just changed the preview slightly and the subject line, and then more people were opening this version rather than the first that I sent out that was more boring. So you can do that. You can play around and see what your audience likes best. It all depends on who you are, what you're doing, and what message you're trying to get across. So I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll speak soon.